climate change and biodiversity, the planet's slow-motion plot. Twist. Picture this. You come home after a long day. You open the fridge. It's empty. Not, I need to go grocery shopping, empty. Empty, empty. No condiments, no leftovers, not even that mystery jar in the back nobody wants to open. That's basically what we're doing to planet Earth's fridge. Except the fridge is the ozone-protected, oxygen-producing, food-growing, water-filtering life support system we all depend on. And we're the roommate who keeps eating everything and never restocking. Hi, I'm Skizai, and today we're diving deep into two topics that get thrown around so much they've almost lost their meaning: climate change and biodiversity loss. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why scientists aren't just worried, they're losing sleep, and why this isn't some far-off sci-fi problem. It's already knocking on the door, possibly wearing a name tag that says, "Hi, I'm your future." Let's get into it. Okay, quick refresher, because somewhere out there is a guy at a barbecue who still says, "It's cold today, so much for global warming." Bless him. Climate change isn't about your local weather having a bad day. It's about the average temperature of the entire planet creeping upward over decades, driven mostly by greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, and their equally troublesome friends, trapping heat in our atmosphere like a blanket you can't kick off in your sleep. Since the Industrial Revolution, we've pumped so much carbon into the air that the planet has warmed by over 1.1 degrees. That might sound tiny. Like, ooh, scary, 1 degree, I'll just take off a sweater. But Earth's climate system doesn't work like your thermostat. A 1 degree shift globally is the difference between stable ice sheets and ice sheets that are currently auditioning for a melting competition. Here's the part that should make you sit up. This warming isn't gentle or evenly spread. The Arctic is heating up nearly 4 times faster than the rest of the planet, which is inconvenient, considering the Arctic is basically the planet's air conditioning unit. And no, before someone in the comments says it, this isn't just a natural cycle. Yes, Earth's climate has changed before, but never this fast, and never with 8 billion people, cities, farms, and supply chains built around the assumption that the climate would stay roughly where it's been for the last 10,000 years. Meet biodiversity, Earth's overworked staff. Now let's talk about biodiversity, which is just a fancy way of saying the sheer, ridiculous variety of life on Earth. From blue whales to bacteria, from towering sequoias to the fungus quietly recycling your compost bin. Think of biodiversity as Earth's staff. Bees and other pollinators? That's the delivery department. No delivery, no fruits, no vegetables, no coffee. Yes, I said coffee. Please panic accordingly. Wetlands and mangroves? That's the water filtration and flood control team, working 24/7 without asking for a raise. Forests, HR, security, and the air quality department all in one. Plus, they're storing more carbon than every car on Earth has ever emitted. And here's the twist. Climate change and biodiversity loss aren't two separate problems. They're co-workers, stuck in the same sinking boat, bailing water with the same leaky bucket. Warmer oceans bleach coral reefs. Melting permafrost releases ancient methane. Disappearing forests mean less carbon absorbed, which means faster warming, which kills more species, which weakens ecosystems further. It's less a chain reaction and more a chain reaction to the reaction to the reaction. Earth's ecosystems are basically stuck in an escalating group chat where everyone keeps replying, "This is fine," while the group chat is, in fact, on fire. The numbers that should make you put down your snack. Let's do a quick, humbling numbers round. I'll try to keep it light. Emphasis on try. Scientists estimate that wildlife populations monitored globally have dropped by an average of over 2/3 since 1970. Not 2/3 of species extinct, 2/3 of the population sizes of the ones being tracked. Same cast, way fewer actors showing up to work. Coral reefs, which support around 1/4 of all marine life despite covering less than 1% of the ocean floor, are facing repeated mass bleaching events as ocean temperatures spike. Imagine a city that houses 1/4 of a country's population getting hit by heat waves. It was never built to survive. That's a coral reef in a warming ocean. And it's not just the wild, dramatic stuff either. Insect populations, the unglamorous backbone of every food web on Earth, are declining in many regions too. Nobody's making a nature documentary about the beetle population. But if beetles, worms and bees quietly clock out, so does most of our food supply. Here's your official caution flag in case you needed one. This isn't a someday problem for your grandkids. Many of these changes are already reshaping farming yields, fisheries and water supplies right now in 2026. Why your brain keeps ignoring this quick psychology detour, because this matters. Human brains are wired to react to immediate visible threats. A lion in the grass, a car swerving toward you. We're terrible at reacting to slow, gradual, invisible threats, even really big ones. Climate change is basically the opposite of a lion. It's patient. It doesn't lunge. It just quietly raises the thermostat year after year until one day the lion was there all along and it's wearing a name tag that says sea level rise. This is why headlines about a fraction of a degree don't hit the same way as headlines about a shark attack, even though the degree is, statistically, going to affect vastly more people. Our attention span was built for tigers, not thermometers. Understanding this bias is honestly step one in taking any of this seriously. Because once you know your brain is built to shrug this off, you can consciously choose not to. But what can I actually do? Okay, deep breath. I promised humor, and I also promised caution, not doom. So let's land this thing somewhere useful. No. You personally recycling a yogurt cup will not single-handedly save the Amazon. But collective individual choices do shift markets, and public pressure absolutely shifts policy. Here's the realistic version, not the guilt trip version. 1. Support policies and leaders who treat this as the emergency scientists say it is. Voting and public pressure move faster than any individual lifestyle change. 2. Reduce, don't eliminate. Eating a bit less meat, wasting less food, flying a little less. These add up more than people expect, and nobody's asking you to live in a cave. 3. Protect local biodiversity where you actually live. Native plants in your garden, supporting local conservation groups, avoiding pesticides that wipe out pollinators. Small scale, very doable. 4. Talk about it. Awkward dinner conversations save more ecosystems than you'd think, because silence is what lets this stay a someday problem instead of a right now, let's fix this problem. And look, I get it. Doom scrolling about melting glaciers isn't exactly a fun Tuesday night. But here's the plot twist. Humans have pulled off massive environmental turnarounds before. The ozone hole? We fixed that one, largely by banning a handful of chemicals. It's not fixed, but it's healing. Proof that coordinated action actually works when we bother to try it. So here's where we land. Climate change and biodiversity loss aren't two separate news stories fighting for your attention. They're the same story, told from two different rooms in the same house. And right now, both rooms are asking for help. The good news? Unlike a lot of problems in life, we actually know the fixes here. Cut emissions, protect habitats, restore ecosystems. It's not a mystery. It's a to-do list. A very large, very overdue to-do list, but a to-do list nonetheless. If this video made you think, even a little, even just enough to side-eye your fridge on the way out, that's the whole point. Drop a comment on one small thing you're willing to change this month. Not because one comment saves the planet, but because conversations are where every big shift starts. Thanks for watching. Take care of your Earth fridge. Nobody's restocking it for us.